Next segment, we are going to use these pipes, these rods. No? So we are done with the bits of paper activity. So this is basically the same experiment number one, but we are going to mount this time these rods. So we'll start with the glass rod. So try to notice this. This is kind of solid glass. So that's a solid glass with some length, and we get again our PVC pipe, the something like a cream colored PVC pipe, and we will try to notice or observe what happens when we now place it near our PVC pipe. So the glass rod and the PVC pipe for the first setup, we noticed that there's nothing. We did not observe anything. Now we change our rod and use this time a hollow, clear plastic tube. No? So the PVC pipe is a kind of a plastic as well, but if you try to compare it, it's kind of, this one is an opaque kind of material, this one is a transparent one. Now the unrubbed PVC pipe will then be placed again on our mounted plastic pipe. So our observation is that without rubbing this, we observe nothing. So for both materials, we did not observe anything. Now we will try to mount again our glass rod. So after mounting our glass rod, we start out with our silk, the silk cloth. We will start with this. So we will give some electrification, some charging on the PVC pipe. So that should not be moving. I think I have to switch off some fan. So we have to rub this one, the PVC pipe, and this time we will try to see what happens when we put it near our touch. So it should never touch the glass. Okay, so we did not observe anything again. So we give it some serious rubbing again, sufficient rubbing, and now this time I feel some heat on the material, and let's see what happens if now this time as I do this. You may not probably clearly see this, but I noticed some movement this time on our glass rod. So the glass rod is being attracted, or is attracted to the cream PVC pipe. Okay, so the silk, the PVC pipe has some kind of a reaction called attraction. Now, let me change my material, and this time I will use the fur. I'll give the PVC pipe again some very serious rubbing, and hopefully we see something here. So let's check. So for the fur, nothing is observed. And let's try the wool. So the wool is now used, and let's check. So the wool and the glass rod, I see some very substantial movement. So the wool is a bit more effective than the silk, but the least of them is the fur. Now, let me change my rod, the mounted rod, into a plastic pipe now. So let me mount it. And again, similarly, we will start or begin with the silk. So let me rub this with silk. Okay, and then try to make some observation. This time I saw a very serious movement also. So the plastic pipe, even at a great distance, the PVC pipe is attracting the mounted clear plastic. No? Okay? Sige, so let's try the wool. No? So the silk is quite effective. Let's try the wool. So for the wool, okay, the wool is also attracting the clear plastic pipe, but not that much. No? Not that much. And lastly, the fur. No? This time we'll use the fur. And again, let's do another observation. So the fur is consistent, so it never reacts at all on the plastic pipe. So that's it, no? So that's our whole setup.